Hey everybody, I'm Eva. Thanks for joining. Today's video is going to be about Coach bags, specifically my 5 favorite everyday Coach bags. And I got the idea for this video from Julie at Asian Bag Reviews. I love a good compare and contrast, so after you watch my list of 5, go and watch Julie's list if you haven't seen it already. It will be linked below. And then you can compare our list and see which bags we both recommend and how our lists are unique to each of us. And by the way, I'm going to follow up this video with my 5 special day bags, so that will also be a little bit of a contrast coming your way soon. I'm thinking of 3 criteria when I'm talking about an everyday bag. First of all, does it work in all the seasons? I know some of my bags I really like to use more in the fall or more in the spring or whatever, but for me an everyday bag works equally well in all the seasons of the year and also in all weather. So it doesn't matter if it's rainy, sunny, any kind of weather conditions, these bags will work no matter what. And the third thing I'm thinking of for an everyday bag is that it holds kind of a medium amount. So I'm not really thinking of a work bag that's going to be big enough to hold a laptop, and I'm also not thinking about a super mini bag. I'm thinking about something in the middle that will hold my daily essentials. Okay, so let's get started with my 5 recommendations for the best everyday Coach bags. And these are bags that Coach currently sells, maybe in a different color, but they are available at Coach right now. The first one will be no surprise if you've watched my channel before. This is the Lana 23. Coach makes the Lana bag in 2 sizes, and this is the smaller of the 2 sizes. I think this is a great everyday bag. I've used it quite a bit since I've gotten it. I love that it has a top handle and it also has a crossbody strap that you can use as well. I have done a dedicated review video about this, but I just wanted to mention some of the charms that I have on here. This is the lock charm that comes as a set with the lock and the key from the Coach outlet. And this little daisy charm here, this was a gift from my friend Yota. It came from the company Sticky Zoo. My Lana is in the color Dark Stone, which I think is a great everyday color because it just goes with everything. You don't have to try to match it, it just goes. So here's a shot around the bag in case you're thinking about getting a Lana for yourself. I would highly recommend it. It's organized on the inside with 2 open compartments. You can see there's an open part in the back and also an open part here in the front, and it is leather lined. What makes this a really good design in my opinion is that it also has a bit of security here in the middle. And so this middle pocket here opens up with a magnet. So this is where I put my wallet or card holder so that I know it's extra secure. I really love using the top handles on this bag. It's so comfortable to put in the crook of your arm, and it's also comfortable to carry because the straps are wide and they're also flexible. You see how they can move about easily, so it makes for a really comfortable grip. So this bag doesn't carry as much as the other bags that I'm going to show you today, but I do think it's a really good like medium to medium small size. Great for everyday use. Okay, and next is the Tabby bag. I've just gotten this Loved Leather Tabby recently, and it has now become my favorite Tabby in my collection. Recently, I added the Western Tabby, which is up there. I also added a soft Tabby with studs, but I can say that this is my favorite of those 3 Tabbies. This is the Chain Tabby. It came with a silver chain, and I'm using my own black brown chain here that came from my Rogue top handle. I love how flexible this bag is. It's empty right now, but even when it's full, it still has some flexibility to it, so I like that so much. It has a really nice wide strap that comes with the bag, and my other Tabbies have open compartments in the middle. This one has a divider, and usually I prefer bags with open compartments, but this divider does not bother me at all. It really works well with how I pack it. If you'd like to see more about that, I'll link this video below. There's just something about the look of the Loved Leather on this particular bag and also the flexibility of this Chain Tabby. I just think it's a winning combination. Of course, I'm loving wearing it this time of year here in the fall, but this is the kind of look and leather that's going to work all year round. And the third style from Coach that I think is a great everyday bag is the Empire. The size 21 is super cute. The size 40 would make a great work bag, but this is what I consider to be an everyday size. It's 28 centimeters in length here, but what makes this really such a good size in my opinion is the width. It's not as wide as my Birkin, for example. This makes it much more manageable in terms of using it as a top handle bag here in the crook of your arm, holding it by the handles here, or bonus, wearing it as a crossbody or a long shoulder bag. So it's very versatile in that way, and I think the size is just right. Obviously, I really like the Loved Leather from Coach. I really like the distress and the color variations with black and brown together. I think it just gives it a really fun and unique look. I was a little hesitant to get the Empire at first. It's taken me a while to actually try this style. I thought these flaps would get in the way, but they haven't been a problem at all. They push down quite easily when I'm getting things in and out of the bag. And I'm happy to say that this zip closure has turned out to be no big deal for me. So if you're thinking about getting an Empire, I would say go for it. I'm very tempted by that beautiful color Merlot that Coach has out right now, but for me, I'm sticking with one Empire in this Loved Leather because it's my favorite. Okay, my fourth everyday bag from Coach is the Coach Rowan. But my Coach Rowan is the normal or the standard size. So I know lately the big bags have been in fashion, and the large Rowan has been very popular on YouTube and also very popular with the population because it's selling out quite quickly. But I say for an everyday bag, this is more my size. So this is comparable with a Speedy 25 centimeters in length here. I got this Rowan from the outlet several years ago when they were having one of their denim drops. I like this particular denim style because of the text here on the front of the bag. I like the contrast of the lighter blue against this darker blue denim here. I also like the leather trim on the sides and also on the bottom of the bag. And of course it has leather handles as well. You can see from the D-rings here that the Rowan has a crossbody strap. It's really easy to wear crossbody, and I don't find it to be too bulky because of this particular material. It has some flexibility to it. So here's the strap that comes with this bag. These handles fold down, so if you are wearing it crossbody, then these handles don't get in your way at all. One more thing that makes this super user-friendly is that the zipper opening comes down on both sides. And I find that to be a great design feature because it can really help you open up and see down inside your bag and find your things, really quickly. And that's made possible by the zippers that come down here a little bit on the side. Just this little bit makes a big difference in trying to open a Boston style bag. And I forgot to mention, I've got this one decorated with a charm that came from the outlet. I think it's so cute. It has this little white key here, a multicolor heart, and a little pink lock. And number 5, we're finishing with my Cube Rogue. I got this bag earlier in the summer and I've absolutely been loving it. I've used it quite a bit. I find it great as an everyday bag. The size is ample. It's nice and squishy. In my opinion, I like that feature about this bag. And I love the style of it. I find it to be super edgy with this black crinkled glazed leather and the silver hardware together. When I wear this bag, I usually leave the zippers right about here. I mean, I can close them easily if I want to, but when I leave the zippers open to about the corner spots, then it just becomes really easy for me to get in and out of the bag. Of course, it would be easier if I were to zip it all the way down because this bag can open up all the way. Because these zippers come down so far, you can really open this up and see everything. But I don't really have to do that unless I'm, packing it up or emptying it out, changing bags. I find that it's enough to leave the zippers at the corner points and just open the bag up like this to get what I need, quickly. So again, I really like the squishiness of this bag. It makes it very comfortable for me to use. It does come with a crossbody strap, which usually I attach to the bag and just let the strap dangle down, but mostly I carry it as a top handle bag. So if you're not a fan of this glazed leather, but you are interested in the Cube Rogue, then check out Coach's offerings now. I know they've just released it in olive, I think maple and black. So I think this is a great everyday option if you like the idea of using a bag sort of like a Speedy, but with a little bit of its own, personality and characteristic. I think this would be a great everyday option for your collection. All right, so let me know what you thought about my recommendations for 5 everyday Coach bags. And be sure to watch Julie's video below. It will be listed in the description box. And like I said, I think it's going to be really interesting to see which bags we have both recommended and which bags are unique to our own individual preferences and taste. And remember, my next video will be about 5 special day bags. So the opposite of everyday, 5 bags for special occasions. All right, well, thanks for watching. You take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.